From the Cultural Arts Center on the Takoma Park, Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College, it's the 2012 Montgomery College Alumni Awards. Tonight we honor this year's Milton F. Clog Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award recipients. From the class of '93, Amy Riolo. From the class of '93, Terryanne Small. From the class of '75, Benjamin Vaughn. From the class of '86, Jessica Warick. And this year's inductees into the Montgomery College Athletic Hall of Fame. From the class of '72, Gonzalo Aame. From the class of '97, Lamar King. From the class of '70, Donald Rosano. Welcome tonight's Master of Ceremonies, Tim Brant.
Thank you very much. What a pleasure it is to be here tonight. This has been a little whirlwind. As you all know, the Washington Redskins are in the middle of a draft. So I was in New York City, flew back this afternoon, did the 5 and 6 o'clock news, and just thrilled to be here tonight. I want to welcome everybody, or welcome back to so many of you, to the Takoma Park Silver Spring campus, and I am Tim Brant. What a pleasure it is to be here. Let me start by telling you how I was fortunate enough to be part of this program here tonight. It was about a month ago. I was sitting at home minding my own business watching my favorite movie, Apollo 13. 3 Hall of Fame astronauts trying to get to the moon when Murphy's Law hit. And everything that could go wrong did go wrong. They had to transfer to the LEM. Now they were just trying to survive. I was proud to be an American, proud to be a member here at the United States. When all of a sudden the phone rang, it was John Libby. He says, "Tim, do you believe in free speech?" I said, "You bet I do." He says, "Good, you're given one at the Alumni Awards." Some of you may know me from WJLA television, and I was a former Terp, which is like being a brother to Montgomery College and the Falcon, the Knight, or the Griffin. And for all of you, I wish you a good evening. Tonight we're here to honor a variety of special people whose occupations, interests, and talents vary greatly, but all have 2 things in common. Each person has exemplified excellence. Each person has gone above and beyond at Montgomery College as a student or afterwards. I hope you all had an opportunity to congratulate all the honorees. If not, I certainly encourage you to do it before the evening's end. You can easily spot them by the gold badge and the corsage boutonnieres that they're wearing. After our program, I invite you to meet them in the lobby for desserts and coffee. That'll be immediately following the event. We have some representatives of the college here tonight who I want to start by recognizing. Representing the Board of Trustees of Montgomery College, Ms. Marcia Suggs-Smith, Second Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, who will be up here later in the program. In the meantime, representing the Office of President, it is my great pleasure to introduce Montgomery College Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Dr. Beverly Walker Graffia.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, and congratulations to all of our distinguished alumni in the audience. I think that we should give them another round of applause for all of their accomplishments. Our president, Dr. Pollard, asked me to convey her regrets that she could not be here tonight for this year's awards banquet. She really enjoyed last year's ceremony, and she hopes to rejoin you for next year's program. We are very grateful to the Alumni Association for managing the selection of our honored athletes and alumni. With the range of accomplishments you see in our former students, you must have had some very, very tough choices. It's a pleasure and an honor to recognize our distinguished alumni. Each student who passes through Montgomery College is distinguished in their own way, but the men and women here tonight have excelled in a way that makes them truly exceptional. Among them are a breakthrough culinary author and lecturer, an IT manager who doubles as a management coach, one of Montgomery County's most successful attorneys, and a longtime alumni staffer, whom many of you already know. Our new Athletic Hall of Fame members include a wrestling MVP turned instructor, a defensive end and linebacker who took his game all the way to the NFL, and a soccer All-American who has made a stellar career in video production. What an outstanding group. Many of you have heard that Montgomery College has set a goal of providing each student with a common experience, no matter which campus that they attend. And next fall, we begin a new era in our athletics program with college-wide teams in each sport. At the same time, our community has chosen a single college-wide mascot and colors for the years ahead. Now that's a big change for us, but we know that we have strong sentimental ties to the campus where we have first studied or played on a team or hung out with friends between classes. But it's an important change for MC. We are preparing for life in the 21st century. And I know that you will want to give each one of our students that are coming behind you just as much as MC has given to you in previous years. So while we celebrate the achievements of the Knights, the Falcons, and the Griffins, let's also be ready to welcome a new generation of Montgomery College Raptors. Even as Montgomery College changes with the times, I urge you to remember the place that helped put your path of success on the way, and then to give back. Become a mentor, a role model, an extra hand to one of our students. Remember how you ended up where you are today, and the helping hands that got you where you are. That is what we will continue to do at Montgomery College. We want to be a vital institution that we all cherish. And so I thank you tonight for your continued dedication to MC and for coming together to celebrate our distinguished alumni. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. What a great night this is. This is fantastic. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Now, a special attendee tonight is a representative of the Montgomery College Foundation, which is also one of tonight's sponsors, and we thank him for that. The Foundation's Executive Director and the College Vice President for Advancement, Mr. David Sears. Also with us, for those who have not met him yet, the College Alumni Relations and Annual Giving Director, Mr. Greg Enlow. And of course, the members of the Board of Governors of the Montgomery College Alumni Association. Can you all please stand, if you will? Carol Leahy, Lon Anderson, I just saw on the news, Richard Beal, Masood Adelatka, Tookie Genelcourt, Monique King, remain standing, Joyce Knight, Anita Neil Powell, Lori Thomas, Connie Tonat, Jorge Uritia, Judith Von Prather, and Helen Youth. Thank you very much, and certainly not to be eliminated from that illustrious group, the President of the Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Don Kruger.
Thank you, Tim. Good evening to all of you. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I'd like to, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 2012 Alumni Awards. This is a special night for us. We come together to highlight the accomplishments of Montgomery College's alumni and welcome new members into our Athletic Hall of Fame. Much of what you see here tonight has been arranged by two of our alumni board members. I'd like to acknowledge them right now. Lori Thomas, chair of our outreach committee, and Tuki Gentilcore, who has spearheaded the effort to secure sponsors for this event. We thank you both for your efforts, and if I could ask all of you. Thank you. Dr. Walker Graffia has talked about changes that are coming to the college this year with regard to the athletics program and our school colors. I'd like to tell you about another change coming to our Alumni Awards. The college has established the Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award 25 years ago. It has since been named in memory of Sonny Clogg, and it remains Montgomery College's highest recognition for former students celebrating exemplary accomplishments over time. However, we've come to another part of our program, and we feel as though there are some other individuals that should be honored. And we're going to start that next year. Beginning in 2013, the Alumni Association will recognize a rising star who has demonstrated truly exceptional achievements within 10 years of completing his or her study at Montgomery College. We will confer one such award each year, and our selection process will not be easy. We have a lot of talented individuals in the alumni, so it's going to be a challenge for us, but something that we're really looking forward to. This change has come about through the careful work of two people. Our association's longtime awards and scholarship chair, Sue Flatow. Sue, are you here? And this year's chair of our awards subcommittee, Helen Youth. I am grateful to both Sue and Helen for their efforts on behalf of the students, past and present, and thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure working with you. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to think about how many people you meet each day in your committee, in your work, in your community, in your workplace, who share a history of Montgomery College with you. If you think some of them are worthy of recognition, please contact us and let us know. We're always looking for new people to honor. Finally, as I approach the end of my term as alumni president, I want to express my special thanks to each of the members of the Board of Governors, all of the committee members, and the staff of the college. You have helped me make my job a lot easier. I am truly grateful for your support, and I know I am leaving the association in good hands with Carol Leahy, who will be standing here next year. Finally, congratulations to our honorees, and thanks to all of you for being with us tonight. Thank you very much.
Don, thank you very much. I spoke to the University of Maryland Alumni Association not too long ago, and I didn't help myself when I stood up and said when I was at the University of Maryland, our football teams used to play in so many homecomings that we used to take our own floats, and people laughed. And I said, no, I'm not kidding. We only dressed about 15 guys back then. The other 30 could dress themselves, and the Alumni Association president was. Not a good day for Tim Brant at the University of Maryland, but Don, thank you very much. Thanks to all the volunteers of the Alumni Association. We couldn't have tonight without you and all the work that you do and all the support that you give the college and ultimately the students that we continue to serve. We also thank our organizational sponsors for their thoughtful support of this annual event. And these generous friends tonight include people that you know: Armstrong, Donahue, Cephas, Vaughn, and Rodas Chartered, Linhouse and Blocker, LLP, Thomas F. Barrett, Incorporated, the Donahue Construction Company, MSI Universal, all of these people very kind in their contributions, AAA Mid-Atlantic, the Montgomery College Foundation, Hickman's Exxon. All of them, we thank them. Additionally, Joshua Karen from the class of 1987 and now with Geppetto's Catering has provided a great deal of additional support and amenities for this evening's reception. We saw that out front. And we are also very grateful tonight to the individual sponsors who have contributed to the evening's success. And you've seen their names listed in your program booklet or on the screen this evening. We are particularly grateful to several friends of the college, some of whom could not be here tonight, but have donated seating to the student volunteers who are helping at this event. And those donors include Dr. Usa Banog, a Sonny Clog honoree from 2005, Tony McCann, whom some of you know from his past service on the Board of Governors, and Dr. William Strasser, of course, whom others of you may know from his service as president of the college in the 1960s and 1970s. We thank all of them very, very much to make tonight possible. Among our honorees tonight are the winners of the Milton F. Clog Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award, the college's most prestigious award from student athletes and students. The award is presented each year by the Alumni Association to individuals who have demonstrated exemplary service over time to their profession, to their community, and to their college. The name on this award, Sonny Clog, a legendary alum from Montgomery College first graduating class, the class of 1948. Sonny was motivating force behind the creation of a formal alumni association back in the 1980s. He volunteered tirelessly and gave generously to the college throughout his entire lifetime. Montgomery College was fortunate to count Sonny among its own. Where other professions recognize their elite with Oscars, or in our profession, Emmys, or Tonys, Montgomery College honors its finest alumni with the Sonnies. While he was still with us, the Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award was named in Sonny's honor, and since his passing, the Alumni Association rededicated the award in his memory. Now, since last year, we have said goodbye to two of the award's past recipients, Mr. Joseph Robert Jr., class of 1973, and also a former classmate of mine at St. John's College High School, and also Judge James F. McAuliffe, Jr., class of 1951. Gentlemen, you are missed, and we appreciate everything you ever did for us. Now, the names of the earlier recipients of the Sonny Clog Award are listed in your program, and a number of our past award recipients are here with us tonight. I would ask them to stand now, if they could, so we can acknowledge you. Lon Anderson, Dr. Usa Banog, Tookie Gentilcore, Dr. Hank Heller, Esther Newman, Bobby Patton, Judith Von Prather, and Stacy Wood. Let's make these honored alumni feel welcome once again. Also tonight we are inducting into our Athletic Hall of Fame former members of our football, soccer, and wrestling teams. Unfortunately, one of these new members, Mr. Lamar King, the class of 1997, was called out of town and he will be unable to join us tonight. The Athletic Hall of Fame was established by members of the MC Club and the college coaches for the purpose of recognizing former student athletes and all the coaches that have been to MC. Criteria for induction into the Athletic Hall of Fame includes outstanding athletic achievement as a student, outstanding contributions as a coach, and/or outstanding athletic achievement as a player or coach after leaving Montgomery College. And so tonight, as we induct the newest members of the Hall of Fame, I would invite you to review the list of past recipients who are listed in your programs, and I would ask the members of the Hall of Fame who are with us this evening to please stand and be recognized. We are delighted that you are with us tonight as we induct the new Hall of Fame members. Also, Coach Tom Bickey was planning on being here tonight, but he had to stay home to look after his wife, who had some minor surgery. We're told she's doing well and just fine. And we look forward to seeing Coach Bickey again very, very soon. We want to congratulate all of them as well. All of these athletes, as well as those being honored tonight, are featured in the Athletic Hall of Fame display in the lobby of the Rockville Campus Physical Education Building, and they are also featured on the Athletic Hall of Fame pages in the alumni section of the Montgomery College website, so we encourage everybody to go there. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Walker Grafea and Mr. Kruger to once again join me in the presentation of the awards. Our first honoree tonight is a member of the class of 1993, Miss Amy Riolo.
Amy Riolo, an award-winning author, internationally recognized food historian, and outstanding Montgomery College alum. When Amy Riolo enrolled at Montgomery College, she planned on working in the apparel and textile industry as a fashion director. However, an English class with Professor Joan Nake would plant the seed for a change in career.
I had a different career path in mind, but as I look back and I kind of put the pieces together, my English teacher told me, you know, when you're passionate about something, when you love something, that's when your writing is great, and you should always try to be passionate about whatever you're writing. And so I remembered that, and it was really my writing and my good grades in writing that got me all the way through my education, because I was a horrible test taker. So writing got me through. This is something I learned from Mrs. Nake here at Montgomery College.
After MC, Amy transferred to Cornell University, and after graduating began her career in the fashion industry.
I started out in the apparel and textile industry. I was a buyer in a department store, and I wanted to be a fashion director at that time, so that was the right place for me, as I thought. But then I really didn't enjoy it that much. I found, you know, I imagined myself traveling off to India and feeling beautiful fabrics and getting to buy these things with the artisanal workers, and instead I was, you know, at a computer in a cubicle with a grid. It wasn't as creative as I thought it would be. But I really, at that time, I craved cooking. And I had always cooked in my life. It was a hobby of mine. It was something I had to do for my family. It was my chore, and I really missed cooking.
Deciding to leave fashion behind for the world of cooking, Amy traveled overseas when opportunity beckoned.
I was learning about the cuisine and the culture of North Africa. And long story short, I wrote an article for Cooking Light magazine, and they said, I pitched an article to them, and they didn't accept it. But they said, we do need, however, something on Morocco, and you seem to be a North African expert, so why don't you write this article for us? And I said, I am? Sure, I'll write the article. And so I had started doing a lot of research, and it's about 12 years of research into writing what became my second book on Egyptian cuisine and culture. But by that time, I had written my first book, and I had done tons of lecturing here in DC, at museums, at embassies, at universities, and so I really created a niche market for myself.
Amy's books on culture and cuisine have gone on to win several awards. In addition to writing, she also owns a successful consulting business which serves restaurants, organizations, museums, and hotels. For her exemplary culinary achievements, Montgomery College is proud to present Amy Riolo, the 2012 Milton F. Clogg Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award.
Congratulations, Amy. Please come up. Amy Riolo.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Montgomery College Alumni Association for nominating me for the award, and I'd really like to thank Montgomery College for the opportunity that I had to get such a great basis and foundation for my education and my career. There are a lot of people that aren't here with us tonight that this award should be in their honor, so I'd like to thank them, starting with my grandparents, and my grandmother especially, who taught me to cook, taught me to bake, and also introduced me to the world of cookbooks. The people who are here with us tonight are my parents, who always encouraged my hobby and love of cooking, and also funded a lot of my travel, so I owe them a lot. And I'd like to thank Kathleen Amelie Rogers, because she really taught me how to heal myself and how to envision my success, and she always taught me that no dream is too extreme. So I thank her very, very much for that. I'd like to thank my husband for believing in me when I didn't even believe in myself. And I'd like to thank my mentor, Sheila Kaufman, for teaching me how to teach and how to write and how to publish, and her husband, Barry, for allowing us to have our own country. So thank you all very much.
Very nice. Good job. Congratulations. Amy, thank you very much. Amy? Amy?
You're not going to leave it here, right?
Congratulations. Amy, just always remember, success is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. Way to go. Entering the Athletic Hall of Fame this year are 3 former student athletes. As I mentioned to you, Lamar King of the Knights football team was called away and out of town tonight, so he's not here. So the other 2 of you are going to have to really make up for Mr. King. Tonight's first entrant into the Hall of Fame from the class of 1972, please, a strong welcome for Gonzalo Aame.
Gonzalo Aame, one of the greatest soccer players in Montgomery College history. In high school, Gonzalo was a star forward on the Winston Churchill soccer team, though once he arrived at Montgomery College, head coach Tom Bickey had other plans for him.
I guess the biggest memory is coming here as a forward, high scorer, Winston Churchill High School, and coach looking at me and saying, when you try fullback? And he's telling him, no, I'm a forward. I'm a forward. I mean, it's like asking Peyton Manning to play safety. I mean, for God's sakes, you just, you go from scoring all the goals to, you want me to do what? But I'm coachable, I listen, and I figure, what the heck, I'll try, So he put me in. There was one play where I had to jump over the goalie, the ball was going in the goal, and I dove feet first and kicked it over my shoulder, and I remember hitting the ground inside the goal, and I go, wow, it's like I did it. And then thinking, oh no, I'm a fullback. That's the first time I played fullback. And I've never regretted. I mean, I don't know how he knew, and I've always told him I'm a forward, but I can tell him now, I love the position, I'm a fullback.
Coach Bickey's instincts were right, and Gonzalo went on to have a successful career on the Montgomery College soccer pitch, being named team captain and collecting second-team All-American and All-JUCO honors. He was also named MVP of Region 19. After MC, Gonzalo transferred to American University for a year before deciding to attend the University of Maryland. While completing his BA in psychology, Gonzalo took an elective which would change his life, a class in television production. After Maryland, Gonzalo completed his master's at Boston University and began a long and distinguished career in broadcasting as a producer and cameraman, as a co-owner of Visual Edge Productions. Gonzalo continues to play soccer even to this day and remains a supporter of the college's men's soccer program. For his decorated career on the Rockville campus soccer pitch, Montgomery College is proud to induct Gonzalo Aame into its Athletic Hall of Fame.
Gonzalo. Come hither, lad, and walk into the Hall of Fame.
Wow. It's great to be a Montgomery alumni, huh? I want to thank the Alumni Association, Montgomery College. It's a great honor. It's even a great honor having some of my teammates here. I wish, really, the whole team should be up here with me because they all deserve it. They allowed me to do the crazy things that I did in the field because I knew I had my back covered. The story's true. I kind of never forgave Coach Bickey for putting me in the fullback. But I did talk to Coach Bickey last night, and his wife is doing great. They're sorry they couldn't make it, and I told him that the reason I'm here really is because of him. He had the foresight of seeing me and asking me to play fullback. I always did what Coach said most of the time, and ended up kicking the ball out and thinking I'm a fullback. And at halftime, he says, "You're not a forward, you're a fullback." Although, till the day I left the college, I told him I was a forward. Even now, I told him that I was a forward, except for last night I finally said, "Coach, you were right. I am a fullback, and thank you for all you did for me." And thank you all.
Gonzalo, thank you very much, and congratulations to you. What a great honor. What a great player. If you are a follower of the Mrs. Maryland pageant, you already know our next honoree, and so let me ask Terryanne Small from the class of 1993 to join us on the podium. Terryanne was nominated by Susan Sullivan and David Stein. Take a look at Terryanne Small.
Terryanne Small, successful IT professional, entrepreneur, and outstanding Montgomery College alum.
Montgomery College set the foundation for what I believe is my success today. As an immigrant, my family and I came from Trinidad and Tobago. My parents did a lot of research, and because of the reputation, came here so that we could study. So I went into computer science, top-notch education. Because of that, I had an internship with General Electric, which started my career. So I was able to graduate and move straight into a full-time position, and my career just expanded from there.
After MC, Terryanne completed her bachelor's degree at Howard University, studying information systems. She currently works at Acumen Solutions in Northern Virginia as an IT manager. Terryanne also is the founder of TerryanneSmall.com, a company dedicated to personal development coaching, and has published a book on personal development entitled The Essence of Presence. In 2007, Terryanne was crowned Mrs. Maryland International. She is very active in volunteering.
One of the things Montgomery College did is we always had these, you'd volunteer with the kids and meet with the kids here, and that set the stage, or one of the stages for volunteering. So I volunteered and received a Presidential Volunteer Service Award for donating over 4,000 hours in my lifetime, and that was in 2005. Since then, I've gone on to be the president of the PTA at my children's school, and I still mentor youth and encourage them to give back and volunteer in their community. So my own daughter, who's 11, also has a Presidential Volunteer Service Award. She's done 50 hours, and that's growing. And my son, he also volunteers. So it's very much, we're a family of service and giving back.
In recognition of her success in business, entrepreneurship, and community leadership, Montgomery College is proud to present Terryanne Small the 2012 Milton F. Clogg Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, Terryanne Small. Congratulations.
Right, take me a little bit to get started. I have my speech on my iPad. When my family and I emigrated from Trinidad and Tobago, I never dreamed that I would be standing receiving an award of this magnitude because I was frankly trying to figure out how I was going to pay for my education. Montgomery College is without question one of the building blocks into the person that I am today. It was on this campus that I learned the skills that led me to have a successful IT career. I've built software solutions across the globe in the United States, China, India, and other countries as well. It's here where the idea of service was reinforced. As Mrs. Maryland, I had the honor to serve as the spokesperson for 1-800-volunteer.org, a spokesperson for the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce, as well as the spokesperson for the National Maradona Program. It was in 2005, as you saw, that I received the Presidential Volunteer Service Award for having over 4,000 hours in my lifetime. And as the PTA president of my kids' middle school, I am an advocate for the success of my children's school, as well of the students there as well. Montgomery College is where I learned my leadership skills, which was the foundation for me starting my own company to personally help young girls and individuals grow into leaders and in their corporate careers, as well as in their personal lives. For my friends, Susan Sullivan, David Stein, for my supporters, Althea Gray McKenzie, John McKenzie of the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for always standing by me. I know I run 1,000,000 miles a minute, and you guys are always right there cheering me on, even though it's hard to catch up sometimes. To my parents, thank you for letting me be me, and always loving me, always supporting me. I know it might have been a challenge raising such a strong-willed child, but I think it worked out okay, right? To my wonderful husband, my rock, my support, thank you so much for allowing me to do all the things that I do, even though sometimes it means take-out dinners and loads and loads and loads and loads of unfolded laundry. To my kids, Lauren and Quentin, you guys are amazing, and I do all that I do so that you guys can have a better life, like my parents did all they did so that you can have a better life. And I'm so incredibly proud of the two of you, and I was truly blessed the day that the two of you showed up in my life. And finally, I'm just so honored to receive this award. It means a lot to me because when you do the work, you never expect recognition. And when you receive something of this magnitude, it just validates that hard work does pay off. And it's not where you start, it's how you end up. And as I conclude, I want to leave you with one request. When you finally find your path in life, make it wide enough, big enough, so that others might follow, because you never know who's going to be following in your footsteps. Thank you.
Terryanne, once again, congratulations. What a great honor. What a great speech. And I hope you all were listening. Your mom is very important. Vivian Larimore once said, "I've closed the door yesterday and thrown the key away. Tomorrow holds no fears for me, for I have found today." And there she is. Congratulations. If you're a follower of the Miss Maryland pageant, you now know why she won. I mean, that's very impressive. Our next Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award this evening goes to one of Montgomery County's longtime attorneys, Benjamin Vaughn, of the class of 1975. Ben was nominated by a past recipient of the Sonny Clog Award, who was also his sister, Judith Von Prather. So take a look and listen.
Benjamin Vaughn, accomplished attorney and outstanding Montgomery College alum.
You know, I came out of high school a kid without a whole lot of direction, and I found that direction at Montgomery College. And I mean, the proof of that is that when I started here, I was an art student with, very little interest in art, frankly. A little bit of talent, more talent than interest. By the time I left here, I knew I was on my way to law school, and I never looked back.
After Montgomery College, Ben completed his bachelor's degree at the University of Maryland. He took a year off and decided to apply to law school.
I applied for law school, got accepted several places, went to American University because they had a joint degree program, which I was in. I was going to get a law degree first and then a master's degree in international affairs, and I was going to go on from there to, stop all the wars in the world. Instead, I had a job waiting for me when I got the first degree, and I thought, well, I'll get the second degree some other time, and some other time never came.
After being admitted to the bar, Ben worked as a prosecutor in Montgomery County for 2 years before making the move to a local firm. 18 months later, he pondered an offer to return to the prosecutor's office.
I'd been invited back by the chief prosecutor at the time, and just as I was about to contact the chief prosecutor and tell him I'd made my mind up, I was coming back, one of my current law partners, who also worked at that firm with me, poked his head in my office and said, "We are committing mutiny, and we want you to come with us." So the gang of 4 of us started up our own law firm back in 1987. And again, we have never looked back.
Beyond his successful career as a litigator, Ben has been very involved in the community, coaching the Richard Montgomery High School mock trial team and mentoring juvenile offenders. Ben also volunteered his time to produce a CD to raise funds the Amani Orphanage in Moshi, Tanzania. In recognition of his success as a litigator and as a dedicated member of the community, Montgomery College is proud to present Benjamin Vaughn the 2012 Milton F. Clogg Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award.
Come on up, Ben. Congratulations, Ben.
Congratulations. Thank you. I think they want to get a picture.
Well, this is lovely, and I want to thank everybody. I don't think this is much about me so much as it is about Montgomery College itself. Frankly, I'm not sure I deserve this, and if they're going to hand out awards for being a lawyer in Rockville, you're going to need an awful lot more awards. What this really is about is Montgomery College as an institution in our community which truly is foundational, fundamental, in providing access to higher education to kids who might not otherwise have it for any number of reasons. And I think that is one of the most important issues our country is facing today. And I think back to one of the presidential candidates who recently called President Obama an elitist for his call for greater access to higher education. And it occurred to me that if that is what we are now defining as elitist, then I am happy to accept that epithet. I am happy to add it to my collection of epithets, and I am very happy to share it with the President of the United States. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Ben. Congratulations. I'd like to invite the next Athletic Hall of Fame inductee to the podium, Don Rosano, class of 1970. Don was nominated by Hall of Fame member Earl Lauer. Let's meet Don.
Donald Rosano, standout member of the wrestling team and longtime member of the Montgomery College community.
Montgomery College is one of the most important things that ever happened to me. I'm not sure where I'd be had I not come to Montgomery College, but I can trace all of my successes back to that.
Don's success at MC started as a member of the wrestling team. A captain and MVP of the team, Don took home first place in Maryland JUCO and third place in Region 20. In 1970, he was a national tournament qualifier.
I guess my favorite memory is probably meeting my wife. That was the most significant part. Beyond that was my wrestling career here, lots of good friends, lots of fantastic times. I still see a lot of the guys from the team. And then when I started here working here, a few years after that, I met a lot of people that were my teachers that then became my colleagues. And I wouldn't trade those relationships for any. Wonderful people.
Don went on to earn his bachelor's degree in physical education at the University of Maryland and a master's degree in exercise physiology from Western Maryland College. He worked at Montgomery College as an instructional laboratory coordinator and adjunct professor for 31 years. For his decorated wrestling career and lifelong service to the college community, Montgomery College is proud to induct Donald Rosano into its Athletic Hall of Fame.
Come on up, Don. Any cauliflower ear?
No, I had a headgear on. Congratulations. Thank you. I want to thank the Alumni Association for this wonderful honor. Earl Lauer, who nominated me, and the group that voted for me. It's quite an honor, but as was mentioned earlier, I think the real honor here, I think, is Montgomery College and everything they've done for me and for thousands and thousands of other students. They offered me a great opportunity for a foundation for education. I can remember back in the 60s, a lot of guys were talking about going to Vietnam and doing different things, and so I thought, well, I'll try college and see how that works out. And if it wasn't for Montgomery College, I may not be here now, or obviously wouldn't be here now. But I had the very good fortune then to move on and be hired by that very same department in physical education and work for them for 31 years. So those faculty members that were my teachers were my mentors. They've moved on, became my very good friends, and still have lifelong friends. And many of the people I met in college, I still have as very good friends. Some of them are here tonight. And I really appreciate everything they've done for me. I appreciate everything that Montgomery College has done for me. And I can't thank them enough. Thank you.
Great wrestler. I asked Don if he had cauliflower. He says, no, I wore a helmet. You know, Don, I should have done that more at Maryland when I was playing. What a great night for Montgomery College. You know, when I was at St. John's College High School, Montgomery College was a 2-year school. And most of those students, or a lot of those students, became my classmates at the University of Maryland. And watching that university or that college grow to what it is today has been spectacular. Congratulations. Our next honoree tonight, a local favorite. Our final Sonny Clog Award recipient this evening was nominated by 2 past recipients of the same award, Tookie General Corps and Esther Newman. Most of you know this next honoree because she guided the college alumni office for many, many years. Jessica Warnick, class of 1986.
Jessica Warnick, former executive director of the Montgomery College Alumni Association and outstanding Montgomery College alum.
MC means to me opportunity. It was a time for me to come here in an untraditional way. I didn't come here as a student first. I came here as an employee first. So it provided a lot of opportunities for me to grow, and it was also very intellectually stimulating. I didn't like high school particularly, loved middle school, but when I got to Montgomery College and started working here, I wanted to take classes. And I spent the next 13 years studying at Montgomery College part-time while I worked here full-time. And it provided a lot of opportunities for career changes and the education that I got here. I never wanted to leave Montgomery College.
Jessica came to work at Montgomery College after high school, taking a job in the Rockville campus English department and then in the personnel department. She began taking classes at MC, first studying recreation leadership and then childcare. In 1978, she switched jobs, which in turn would lead to a change in her educational goals.
I was progressing in my career at Montgomery College, and I was in public relations, typesetting all the publications for the college. And so I decided to major in communications, into journalism. So my boss encouraged me to do that, and I ended up with a degree in general studies here, but then going into communications at Hood.
After receiving her degree from Hood College, Jessica continued working at Montgomery College, where she was chosen to be on a committee that would change her life.
The Alumni Board of Governors started out with Tom Kirkland under the direction of Bob Perilla, recommended by our first class president of Montgomery College, Sonny Clogg. He went to Bob Perilla and said, we need an alumni association. And so Tom Kirkland was charged with starting this association. And we had a steering committee, and we had a small group, a small core of alumni start that association. And I was on that very first committee.
Later, Jessica would assume the role of executive director of the Alumni Association. Jessica enjoyed a long and distinguished career helming the Montgomery College Alumni Association, helping to establish it as one of the premier 2-year college alumni relations programs in the nation.
I always wondered if there was life after MC. Of course, my perspective is a little different than an alumni, just an alumni, because Montgomery College was such a huge part of my life, both from an educational perspective and career. And I would hear about people retiring from Montgomery College and think, what do they do? How could they leave this place? And as I started thinking about retirement, I sort of warmed up to the idea. And I believe that I did, and I gave my very best to this institution while an employee, and it was time for me to move on, give somebody else the same opportunity that I had at Montgomery College.
For her exemplary services to Montgomery College's current and former students, Montgomery College is proud to present Jessica Warick, the 2012 Milton F. Clog Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award.
Jess, congratulations. Come on up. Congratulations.
Good evening, and what a wonderful evening it is to be surrounded by family and friends, and congratulations to each of the alumni recipients that have already been honored this evening. And good evening, alumni. I'm usually on the other side of this event, so it feels kind of very different being up here, but I also want to thank Bernice and John and Greg and the alumni staff for hosting this great event. Well, only a God with a sense of humor would see to it that I would spend my life at Montgomery College. You see, I never wanted to attend Montgomery College. I wanted to go to Frostburg and be a PE teacher. For many reasons, that did not happen. When I told my father that I was not going to Frostburg, he said, "You can go to Montgomery College." And I said, "No way, I don't want to go to 13th grade." So I went to work at Geico for a year. And one of my colleagues decided to apply for a job at Montgomery College. And I said, well, that's very close to my home, so maybe I'll apply for a job there too. I did. I got the job. And boy, did I get the job. I would go on to get an excellent education and a very satisfying career. As mentioned, I worked full-time and went to school part-time for 18 years. That must be some kind of record. Now, keep in mind, I changed majors 3 times and had 2 great kids. Many of you know me in this room as the alumni director, a former alumni director, a role which exposed me to a whole new cadre of individuals who shared the same passion and dedication for Montgomery College as I did. Just for fun, I would like to ask everyone in this room who ever attended Montgomery College to stand. Just stand for a second, you need a stretch. Look around. Look around. This speaks volumes. Montgomery College is an integral part of this community. Thank you, you can be seated. Montgomery College is an integral part of this community and the world. It's a life-changing institution, and you are a powerful force. Be life changers. Be those helping hands that was talked about earlier this evening. I'm so grateful for Montgomery College for creating in me a desire to learn, a place that was nurturing, a career to spread my wings and fly, and for the thousands of awesome people I met during that flight. After working 40 years, I retired from MC in July 2011. Retirement came with a welcome season of restoration and time to linger longer in the lovely layers of life. How's that for alliteration? And I'd like to thank Jesus for every opportunity, every moment of my life, for the strength and direction and the love that he's provided and the blessings along the way. And I'm so grateful tonight to have my mom and dad here. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and thank you for all the love you instilled. And my sister and my brother-in-law, thank you so much, and my cousins, thank you. And Gib, thank you for your encouragement. You played mom and dad many, many nights when I was going to school part-time and the alumni events. And you never complained about my absence. And thank you to my two darling children, Wes and Ashley, for the love and joy you provide. I continue to be amazed at your strength, your wisdom, and your success. And to the youngest generation, our grandchildren, Emily, William, and Ryan, Rachel's home with them tonight because it's way past their bedtime, but they're here in spirit. And I'm grateful for the youthful spirit that they give us. Thank you to all the MC employees that hired me, mentored me, taught me, and encouraged me on this journey. To the Montgomery College alumni, those of you that have served on committees and the alumni board, you are inspiring and energetic and totally amazing. Your dedication and love of this institution is contagious. Thank you, each one of you, for sharing your time and talents and for making my Montgomery College experience very enriching. Thank you, good night, and God bless you.
Thank you, Jess, and congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me, if you will, in recognizing the extraordinary group of Montgomery College tonight, all the award winners and yourselves. I know Jessica asked how many were Montgomery College alum. How many went to Montgomery College, transferred out to pursue your education after you got out of Montgomery College? Anybody in the house? Give yourselves a round of applause, because you're MC as well. Okay, moving right along. I'd like to remind you of two events that are coming up this fall. For art lovers and collectors among you, mark your calendars for the Alumni Association's Mobile Masterpieces Art Sale to be held October 20th. That'll be right next door of the Morris and Gwendolyn K. Fritz Foundation Art Center here. Each ticket guarantees you'll take home an original work of art. I guarantee you'll take home an original work of art. The association does this every other year. Last time they raised more than $8,600 to support student scholarships. This year, with your help, the goal is to go over the $10,000 mark. So we want you all to get involved in that, and we hope you'll attend. And for our sports-minded friends, let me remind you that this fall marks the 27th Montgomery College Foundation Classic. As you know, that's the golf tournament and the tennis tournament. It's a fundraiser for the foundation scholarships. That will be October 1st this year, so we hope you mark your calendars for that. If you'd like more information about either of these events, including opportunities for artists to donate their works to the Mobile Masterpieces, contact the alumni office and they would love to assist you. Before we close, I'd like to acknowledge two very special groups, future alumni. First, several students who have volunteered here tonight to assist our honored guests throughout the evening. Let me ask them to stand for a moment, if they will, so we can thank them for their service. Volunteers, if you could stand. We thank you. I should tell you that one of the volunteers last year at the event, Martina Sukova, an events manager student in the college's hospitality program, she met Josh Karen here last year. Josh hired her. I mean, she's running the whole shindig tonight, which is great. So, Martina Sukova, you are showing the students what it means to volunteer, to be a part. You never know who you meet at one of these alumni gatherings, and we thank you, and we certainly appreciate all your success. And second, as a broadcaster, I have to give a shout out to the student and alumni, members of the college television crew, thank you very much for your efforts tonight. This will all be shown on Montgomery County Channel 10. This will all re-air, and you probably will see yourselves on television, but we want to thank all the broadcasters, and I certainly look forward to working with some of you at WJLA in the future. Congratulations, and thank you for your help tonight. I'd like to also give my congratulations to all the recipients tonight and say how proud this school is and how proud we all are of your accomplishments and your efforts. Let's give them all a big round of applause. As I ask Ms. Marcia Suggs-Smith, Vice Chair of the College Board of Trustees, to come to the podium to close out this evening, let me tell you how much I've enjoyed being here. It's been my pleasure, it's been my honor to participate in this. I think it was Oliver Wendell Holmes who once said, "What lies ahead of us and what lies behind us is of little importance when compared to what lies within us." And I thank you all very much.
Well, thank you, Tim, for that wonderful job you've done, and I really appreciate this privilege to speak on this special occasion. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Montgomery College, I wish to extend our congratulations to the Alumni Award recipients and the new members of our Athletic Hall of Fame. As we've witnessed tonight, Montgomery College alumni make a difference in our communities, in our county, in our state, and in the world. This evening, we've celebrated you, our Montgomery County College crown jewels. Hearing your testimonies and accomplishments this evening encourages me and motivates me to do whatever is necessary to uphold our mission, to empower our students to change their lives, enrich the life of our community, and be accountable for our results. We will continue to uphold our values of excellence, integrity, innovation, diversity, stewardship, and sustainability. We, Montgomery College, will continue to provide affordable and accessible and relevant higher education to whoever can benefit from Montgomery College, just as many of you in this room have done. As Booker T. Washington, the founder of Tuskegee University, my four-year institution alum, said, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which one has overcome while trying to succeed." Congratulations to each honoree this evening. I am deeply moved by the impact your success contributes to benefit others. And now, I hope you will all take time to enjoy the dessert in the lobby. And I look forward to seeing all of you again next year. Good evening to all of you.